The miracle of birth is a beautiful thing, but it can be terrifying when things don't go right. Our next guest experience was literally heart-stopping.
Annie and I have been married for about 3.5 years. When we found out we were having twins, I felt a little sick to my stomach. Annie had cry laughter going on.
The pregnancy was really smooth, and then the delivery was actually the hardest part. We got to the hospital and we were watching contractions, we were watching heart rates, everything was perfect. Well, the next morning came and I wasn't progressing as I needed to. The next afternoon came, I wasn't progressing. Things weren't moving as they were supposed to be. When the doctor came in, she was on a mission. She's like, let's get these babies out. So after 30 hours of labor and a C-section, the twins came out 30 seconds apart. That is when things changed.
I remember one of the nurses asked me if there was a pulse, and I saw the other nurse shake her head. That's when it went over to Annie, and we watched as the doctors and nurses resuscitated our daughter back to life.
She had actually suffered some trauma to her head during the delivery.
I was at a loss for words. Following the NICU team up into the NICU, she was really swollen because of the head trauma, and she had a tube down her throat for oxygen.
It's heart-wrenching to walk in there and see all the tubes and everything.
Yeah, it can be a heavy place, but sorry, wow. But after a full week of being in the NICU, Dior was able to come home with us. That was a great day.
We have singer-songwriter Colton Dixon and his wife Annie joining us via Zoom. Hey guys, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. How are you?
Great. So let's start right off. How is baby Dior doing?
Wonderful. Here she is right here. She's sleeping now. She's really happy. But
living her best life right now.
Well, listen, all is well that ends well, but let's go back a little bit when you first started to go into labor, Annie. Was everything going well at that point? When did things turn, or did they turn at all?
Yeah, everything went well. I was 38 and a half weeks with them, so I was really excited to have gone into labor. We checked into the hospital. They were monitoring, the twins and the contractions, and everything was going smoothly. It was just a really long process.
But you were hoping for a natural birth, right? But when did you realize that wasn't going to happen?
Yeah, I was hoping for a natural birth, but I think as things weren't progressing and we were 24 hours in, 26 hours in, I think I kind of probably knew that probably wasn't going to happen, but I still hoped for the best. And then when my doctor came in at about 30 hours, she kind of made the call, like we need to do a C-section. And at that point, I kind of knew that was going to be the plan. I think we had to shift gears, but yeah. I was a little disappointed initially, but ultimately, I was so glad that there was another option, to deliver a baby safely. And I'm glad that it happened the way it did now.
Yeah, well, the switch was not because the babies were in fetal distress, but the switch was because it had been a long time. You have twins. You don't want to go too long, correct? In labor.
Correct.
Yeah, but baby Dior was born without a heartbeat. And what caused that exactly?
We were told that it was due to just being stunned. Baby Dior had made her way into the birth canal already. So after being in there a couple hours, I think she was about ready to come out and didn't know what to do with it. So gave us quite a shock there to start, but we're glad she's healthy now.
Yeah, people don't realize that, birth is a pretty traumatic experience for mother and for child. And the fact that so many babies and mothers turn out well is actually a miracle.